I did a countdown and I almost immediately went, Happy New Year! Um,
The
so
muscle memory is powerful.
yeah, so that's how that's going today. Hi, hello, welcome to the Follow the Leader 30,000 download celebration. Holy shit, thank y'all for downloading our podcast 30,000 times because that's a lot of listens and we deeply appreciate every single one of them. Um, Hi, Packbat.
Imagine, if you will, party poppers going off and champagne bottles, all those noisy things that would upset your pets. You can just imagine, and everyone is chill as a result.
Yep, hang on. Let me see if I can find a champagne bottle.
Well, it's a party, but it's a very quiet one.
You
It's an
gotta put a
introvert-friendly celebration.
August. You gotta put a champagne bottle JPEG on the stream overlay.
No, I'm listening to a champagne bottle cork pop and open and drink poured into glass sound effect.
Oh, good.
Uh, because I have that power. And that means that everybody else heard it, even if y'all didn't. So,
Hey.
anyway,
Approve.
let's move on to intros. Hi, folks. Welcome to Follow the Leader, a podcast focused on telling character-driven stories through the use of GM-less tabletop games where we can all take the lead. You can find us on Twitter at FTLcast and Tumblr at FTLcast and at FTLcast.com. And we also have a Patreon at patreon.com/FTLcast. Today we're playing Low Stakes by, I want to say Nerdburger Games, but I'm going Craig Campbell of Nerdburger Games. Um, for those of you who are new to this game, here are the basics. Low Stakes is a rules-light comedic tabletop role-playing game where players portray gothic horror monsters sharing a home and living together in the modern day, and they're not very good at it. In many RPGs, players portray characters engaged in grand quests, larger-than-life adventures for which the stakes are incredibly high and often saving the world. In this game, the characters are usually doing something pretty mundane, hosting a party, going on a road trip, that sort of thing. Pretty low stakes. Get it? Um, I'm
I love this game
August.
very much.
I know it's such a good game. I'm excited to finally get to play it. But I'm August. You can find me on Twitter at Harpydora, and my pronouns are they, them. Playing with me today we have Anya.
I'm Anya. You can never find me, and my pronouns are they, them.
and
Valid.
and Jade.
Taking a hard steer in the other direction, you can find me pretty much everywhere at Jade Oxford Rose Online, because I have no sense of self-preservation. And I am currently running a GoFundMe for top surgery that I will intermittently drop links to throughout this stream. Please give me dollar or pound or sterling.
Yep.
Money. I need money to have
Oh,
surgery.
You're so valid.
You're so valid.
And rounding out our ragtag band, rounding out our ragtag band of misfits is Sam.
Hello. My name is Sam. You can find me on Tumblr at SassyTale and basically everywhere else at as SAKalo. I'm basically not using Twitter anymore though, so probably look for me on Tumblr.
I should have asked you before I put together the overlay because I just did the SAKLO. Um,
That's totally valid. Yeah, no, the not using Twitter is like a new thing.
yeah. No, I'm going down with that ship. Um, so
That's so valid.
our lines, which are things we absolutely do not want to see, are homophobia and transphobia, racism, sexism, anti-Semitism, violence against children and animals, sexual assault, domestic violence or intimate partner violence, unwanted pregnancy, and plagues and pandemics. Our veils, which are things we're fine with addressing but will just fade to black on, are steamy situations, graphic descriptions of bodily harm, and terminal illness. Now that we've got all that, let's get started.
I recommend listening to Vampire by the Orion Experience for some thematically appropriate, upbeat music that you can imagine as the title sequence of this, not actually what we do in the shadows, but basically what we do in the shadows. As per the game's writer, this is not me calling them out. They know what
Oh
they're
yeah,
about,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
respect that.
I'm gonna
In,
play the old school actual FTL theme that I don't know if we even heard last season. So I'm gonna play that really quick, and we'll
Yeah.
pretend. So
we'll pretend.
I'll let y'all know when it's done.
Thank you.
While this is playing, Anya and Sam, are you happy to do the road trip story?
Yeah, that sounds fun as hell. I am playing a vampire though, so we have to travel exclusively at night.
We have a van. It's got blacked out
Okay.
windows. We made a vampire safe back of the van.
Beautiful.
It was a Sunday project.
Do we like the idea that we all live above Garion's tailor shop? What city are we in, also?
Yeah.
Let us hold that talk for when the theme is done.
Valid. I love to see all y'all's beautiful shining faces.
My pastiness reflects the ring light so well.
I do not have my ring
I'm
light on.
literally still in bed.
Yep.
Oh my god,
You
you're
can
You
so
are the
see
valid.
most valid you have ever
from the
been.
bed.
Even if you weren't recovering from surgery, you would be the most valid you've ever been.
All
Yeah.
right. So yes, so we're doing the road trip scenario. But yes, I'm fine with living over Garion's tailor shop.
Yeah, we should. Do we want to introduce our characters, or at least like
Yeah.
who they are and what they are, before we
Nah.
get into the story properly?
Yeah, we
Nah, just let 'em
probably
guess.
should. Yeah, because it's definitely
They
not.
have the art. No, they have the art on screen. That's all they get to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, Marnie is the singular girl in the van full of boys. Yeah, let's introduce our characters really quick. I guess let's start at the top of the document because I put it in alphabetical order.
Well, I was going to suggest our resident What We Do in the Shadows fanatic and person who has actually played low stakes before goes first. And then
Okay,
we can loop round.
let's do that. So Sam, I'm putting you on the spot.
Hell yeah, I'm okay with being put on the spot for this. Hello, hello. I'm Sam again. I will be playing Garion. My playbook is The Anachronism. Obviously, Garion is a vampire, and his other powers are that he can do some amount of petty magics, as discussed in I Came Here to Win, an episode from season 4? Question mark? I looked to the rest of the cast to see if maybe they might know what season that episode was in.
Yeah, that was season 5, I think. Yeah, season 5. So
Cool.
not too long ago, but still
Like a little long ago.
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah. So that's the version of Garion that I'm playing. And his problem areas are modern tech, social norms, and pop culture. Except for the Twilight shirt that he wears sometimes that nobody is allowed to talk to him about.
Bless.
I got to ask, while we're introducing the characters, like he's the anachronism, right? So where does he look like? Where does he still dress like he's from? Like what time period is he
So he looks
vibing
very
with?
much like he's still living in the Victorian era, which was a couple hundred years after he died, but was his favorite era fashion-wise, because Garion is a tailor, and he has run a tailor shop in insert city here, whichever city we're decided to go with, for the last, 300 years. For, various and sundry supernatural creatures that may or may not have different body plans than your typical human.
I humbly suggest that we're in Philadelphia. Go Birds.
Mm.
Because there's been a city in Philadelphia for fucking ever, since it's one of the first major cities in the States. And
Mhm.
also the two sitcoms that I can think of that are in Philadelphia are It's Always Sunny and Abbott Elementary, which are just two very different but excellent vibes.
I love that.
Overall.
Yeah, we could be in Philly.
It's always night in Philadelphia.
That's our new stream title. It's always nighttime in Philadelphia.
Yep. Yep.
And if Rob McElhenney, Charlie Day, or Glenn Howerton have any problems, they have to call me specifically to talk about it, and I won't be weird.
I believe
I just
you.
gave a thumbs up to my friends in the video chat. Yes, I'm not that I've watched Always Sunny in a long time, but I have been a fan of it in the past, and I respect creators who are like, "Hey, we did a lot of dumb shit when we were younger. Let's address that,"
Mhm.
which is cool.
Very
Nice.
cool, very fun.
I am
But
now gonna
anyway,
toss. I'm now gonna toss the character intro talking stick to Anya.
Wow. I'm gonna probably not catch it. Let's be realistic. I'm bad at catching things.
It bonks you in the
Um,
face.
dang. That's okay. Um, so you want basically just everything on the sheet?
Yeah, just go for it.
All right. I'm playing Rory, who uses he, him pronouns. He is the Peacock playbook, which I guess I should pull up to read, shouldn't I? Let me.
Oh, should I have read my playbook?
Go for
Okay.
it while you're here.
Awesome. While Anya's pulling up their playbook, I'm going to pull up the Anachronism playbook and read. You're better suited to living in another time. Completely out of place in the modern world, you're set in your ways and have trouble dealing with the speed and complexity of modern day life.
Woo.
Woo.
Um, I am the peacock. You're the cock of the walk, and you assume everyone knows it. Your style, panache, and sexy eyes are the envy of everyone you know. You're sure there's nothing about you that needs work.
Oh boy.
And yeah, Rory is my arrogant little cat boy. In this situation, he's also a ghost. Still a cat boy though. Um, my innate power that I get for being a ghost is to inhabit things. If y'all are cool with it, the other powers I've chosen are phasing through things and floating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds great.
And then my problem areas are empathizing with others, doing anything low key, and being helpful without reward. And my clout skills are to impress others with my style and panache, overwhelm someone with my greatness, and control the room non-verbally, which
Right.
is great for a ghost who can inhabit things.
When did Rory die? Like, how long has he been a ghost?
I want to say it's recent.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe y'all were even friends with him before he died. And so he's like, well, I'm just going to keep hanging out then.
So I like to mention that maybe he was a cat boy, like a supernatural inclined cat boy, not just an aesthetic cat boy in love.
Yeah, and basically now he's just a ghost. Yes, he's definitely got ears and a tail. He is a supernatural cat boy ghost. Um,
Love it.
his look is orange moppy hair, a leather jacket, skinny jeans, and he's transparent.
Does he look sort of like
Nice.
desaturated then? Like, is that like he
Yeah.
like the opacity's been like dialed down on like a art program, so it's a little bit see through, but you can see the colors and everything.
Yeah, I wonder if fresh ghosts aren't as transparent as long ghosts. Like long-standing
I
ghosts.
also, I also like the idea
You
that the
can't say
longer a ghost
something
is.
like long ghosts while I'm drinking my coffee.
I
But you're
really
fine
like
with
the
fresh
idea
ghosts.
that the longer that somebody has been a ghost, the more desaturated in color they be. So that's maybe how long you
Yeah.
can tell if the clothes are an immediate giveaway.
Yeah, so
But
you can tell Rory's pretty freshly dead. He's like if you turn the opacity to 85%.
uh-huh. I love the notion that he was still living here and just it's just like, why would I leave? Also, I don't think I should pay rent anymore because I'm dead. But you still live here. But I
I
don't.
probably still have a room.
You still have to pay
It could
rent.
make it even funnier that he doesn't pay rent. Just
Yeah,
like, I
like
don't
You
look,
do
eat, I
still
don't
have to
need
pay rent if you're living
electricity.
in my home.
he
I
he
still want my stuff.
we tried to get a new roommate, but he haunted them out.
Rude, you tried to replace me just because I died?
You don't pay rent.
This is season
Look, I've
one
got a
of a
fucking-
show. Season one of It's Always Nighttime in Philadelphia.
Ah, well, with that, I guess I will throw it over to next in line is August.
Yes. Hi. Hello. I'm going to be playing Marnie, and the playbook I'm using is the Instigator, but I'm slightly tweaking it a little. The Instigator says you take joy in poking others, getting them to do things for you, or otherwise manipulating them passively. You're often mildly off-putting and have a hard time developing close relationships. I don't think it's necessarily a conscious thing, but Marnie's an ADHD gremlin, and that can cause her to instigate things. Um,
Mood.
and the type of person Marnie is a mystic. She can do minor magic. Her other powers include empathy and scrying and water. Her problem areas are just let it go, hand over your power, and be honest with someone. Her clout skills are control the room by constantly talking, ignore someone to force the point, and bore someone into doing something. And her look is a middling height young woman with tanned skin and shoulder length blue hair with neon green tips. She dresses in bright colors and bold patterns. And uh, Jade is yawning.
No, no,
So,
I got to come up with a question for Marnie.
uh-huh.
Because I questioned everybody else. Has she always known she was magical? Like, did she grow up in a magic family, or is this something like, is this a charmed ones situation kind of a vibe, or is this something a little different?
I don't think she always knew that she was magical. I think that uh, it's one of those things where she came into magic in her teenage years, like, the stereotypical magic during puberty kind of thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that I don't think that her parents were magic, but she has a sister who's also magic, but lives on the other side of the country.
Like,
So, um, and that leaves you, Jade, and I think that it's only
yeah.
fair that we all come up with questions for you.
Oh, okay. I see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am playing the best of boys. Milo uses he, him pronouns. In this iteration of Milo, he does in fact know that he is a werewolf, as opposed to his first iteration. He is now an a werewolf,
Oh
as
my
opposed to
god.
an Anna werewolf
Oh my
from his
god.
original. Anya, like my name in the server, and yet has been unaware wolf since
Somehow,
that game.
somehow, I didn't realize that it was a pun until you said it out loud.
That that's fair. Um, Milo is I'd say he's like got that Bunny kind of vibe. It's like, but he's like broader than that. If he didn't spend a lot of time doing like physical labor, he'd probably be quite he's definitely like that stocky sort of build. Strawberry blonde hair that falls to about chin length, though it's normally sort of worn up. Dresses exclusively in dude bro tanks, shorts, hoodies, sneakers if needed. and is just an all-round puppy of a not-so-human being. Some gnarly facial scars, and other ones, but the facial scars, the Wajido's a lot of freckles. And he's the caregiver of this group. You're often the poor bastard that has to get the actual work done. You take care of everyone else, neglecting your own hopes and dreams, sometimes to your own detriment. Um, just occurs to me, August, that we really just need to introduce Milo and Parker because I feel like they would get on super well.
They would.
But as part of the werewolf package, the main power being transforms. Milo has exceptional hearing and a sense of smell and is stronger and faster than most people, but it's not like superhuman fast or strong. Problem areas are dealing with personal problems, standing up to people, and voicing needs or wants from others. Clout skills, teaching somebody how to do something, prove your value to someone, in brackets I have put and crossed out, who's a good boy, and solve a problem someone else caused. I have it in my head that with Milo's lycanthropy, because there's a bunch of different ways the law has been done. Milo is either a guy or a wolf, like a big wolf. Think like Alucard in Castlevania, or like Sen's brothers in Princess Mononoke. Not as big as the mother, but like this is not a normal wolf. And to be clear, normal wolves are big.
They're fucking huge.
They are fucking huge. A lot of the time he does have Labrador energy. But I think around the full moon, his temper gets a little bit more frayed. And during the nights of the full moon, he has to be in wolf form. The rest of the month, he can like transform at will. It might take a little more effort around the new moon, but full moon, you are going to have a very large dog just hanging out in your apartment.
Oh.
Puppy.
He's a yeah. He won't let everybody treat him like a big dog. But he is just that kind of a person a lot of the time. So
Can I say that Rory has definitely had a crush on Milo?
for sure.
Also, I do have a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Is it possible to be born a werewolf, or was Milo like turned? How'd that happen?
Milo was a born werewolf. Doesn't have like the curse. Like his family are all like werewolves. I imagine they live probably deep in like the Canadian wilderness or somewhere where they can run around a lot. But I like the notion of Milo going to college and wanting and being really enthusiastic about the idea. Probably on a sports scholarship. He is not the brightest.
No.
But that I think is definitely how he met Marnie in this universe, because they've been friends for a while. So Eminem. Like the candy, not the musician. Also, I apologize in advance for any crashing sounds. Somebody has the zoomies.
Oh
They're
no.
criminal. Ignore your brother, for fuck's sake. Ugh,
That's a
kids.
mood. Okay.
But that's our supernatural gang. I love how in the game themed largely around a vampire gang, we've all got a singular vampire and everybody chose something else. Good times.
So
There's some
valid,
good things you
honestly.
can be.
There
Yeah.
really are.
True.
Like, I appreciate that the game doesn't say, yeah, no, we're inspired by what we do in the shadows, but you don't have to be a vampire or a werewolf. We're
Pretty good.
werewolves, not swearwolves.
That was gonna
Try
be
and
my
keep that in mind.
question.
Are you a
Does Milo
swearwolf?
swear?
Is Milo a swearwolf?
Milo has the problem where he is played by me, who can't help it. I think it's rare that Milo intentionally swears. So, not because he thinks it's rude or anything, I just don't think that's his inclination. So,
Cool.
Sam, do you have a random question for me before we get into the story?
I didn't think of one. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So, Sam, how do we play this game?
All right. Do you want me to read out of the book or do you want me to just riff?
You can read out of the book a little bit.
All right. Well, blah 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 blah. A game of low stakes is like an episode of a situation comedy on television. Your characters have relationships with each other that you can define before or develop during play. The characters are placed into a fairly mundane situation and have to deal with events as best as they can. The comedy comes from character interaction and the absurdity of vampires, werewolves, ghosts, etc. That's our team composition anyways. Sharing a home in the modern day. Most of the game is freeform roleplay though. It literally
I've got
says
dice
think
ready.
of this. Excellent. I
So
also
we're using the,
have
you might
dice
have heard us say at the
ready.
top about using the road trip premise. You're on a road trip. You may or may not have planned it well, but you're on your way. The combination of cramped quarters and unfamiliar surroundings create a power keg. So for our setup, we need to roll a d6. Sam, you got us?
I do. That's not a d6. Just one d6?
Just 1d6.
3.
3. Oh, the setup. Answer to an authority, either a court date, a vampire council, or etc.
Oh.
Great.
So that's fun.
So that's why we're
Um,
taking a road trip is because we have a court date to go to?
Oh my
or
god.
a different authority. And also, I can roll the second d6 for the twist
Yes.
that's going to come up mid-episode. And then there's a list of scene options where you roll 2d6 and add them together.
Excellent.
But what's the twist? We also don't have to use these because we've been thinking about the vehicle in a specific way. So
I don't know.
Yes.
I'd like to see if it comes up as one or two at the
okay,
very
well
least.
this is funny because the car is actually a pickup truck with no back seats. It doesn't have to have seats because, to be fair, we did talk about this being actually like a van, like a band van, like that kind of a vibe.
or like a construction like a creepy white van with no windows.
Yeah,
Great.
except it's been painted.
Yeah, we pulled a Priscilla, Queen of the Desert on this.
Yeah, yeah. But the notion that there is no back seat, like there's like the bench seat in the front, and then there's just like there's stuff in the back. There could be like bean bags and stuff. There's absolutely bean
Yes.
bags.
Bean bags
Correct.
just fucking flying
But
backwards.
that's my point. Like there's no way of keeping them in place.
Yeah. Oh, Pac-Man
So,
says it could be a camper pickup, got the box over the thingy.
oh yeah.
Also an
Cool.
extremely funny idea of like someone just hanging out in like the bed of a truck.
Sipping
I
that
love
sweet
the
carbon
visual.
monoxide.
Yeah, I love the visual of that, but I feel like it makes just conversations a little bit more difficult.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
But okay, so that is our concept, our setup,
Mhm.
and our twist, and yeah, we just sort of dive into it.
Yeah. There is some crunchy bits to the game. There are occasionally we will have to do some dice rolling to figure out who succeeds at important things as well as to inject complications and humor. The 4 C's: currencies, dice checks, complications, and confessionals. I'm excited about doing this game, y'all. It's very exciting. There's also clout, which is a currency.
Yeah, confidence and clout are the two currencies. You can spend confidence to improve your chances, And clout represents your character having the other hand. You either have clout or you don't. Only one character has clout at any given time. Most of the time, we're just going to be able to do and say what we like, but we roll dice to determine if something's successful, and that's normally going to be when we encounter our problem areas, or if we're trying to win over clout. So,
Yep.
but yeah. When you make a dice check, you roll a single dice and compare the result to a target number. The target numbers for problem areas are always a 6. Clout skills are always a 5. If you meet or beat your target number, you're successful, but you only need to attempt one dice check per scene, and only one character gets to attempt a clout skill check at any time. But you gain extra. We all start with 1 confidence. You gain more if you succeed on a problem area check, if you succeed at the clout check, you gain clout, and whoever had it previously loses it. And if you fail a dice check, you introduce a complication. Wrinkles in the story that make things more difficult. And confessionals, well, I'm fairly certain most of us have seen a sitcom which involves characters talking directly to camera. It can be presented as an inner monologue or a soliloquy, or a live stream or a TikTok, given
Oh my
the year
God.
that we're in.
Looks at the camera like we're on The Office.
Exactly. That's the vibe. But during a confessional, your character reveals something previously unknown, foreshadows something, or pokes fun at a character, which could include themselves. But you can play a confessional at any scene. You can interrupt and just cut away to your character doing the confessional. You just then mark them on your character sheet. You can gain confidence if the confession hinders or harms you or one of the other players. You get 2 for hurting yourself, 1 for hurting somebody else.
Great.
And then you go back into the scene. But there we go. Looks like there are 3 confession types that we all have on our playbooks that we can choose from. So we've picked our story. Each scene will have a lead character, and they start with clout, and they'll be the heart of the first scene. And yeah, each scene we rotate the lead character. But hey, if you're playing an NPC, you gain a confidence, so you keep going. Their character can appear even if you're not the lead, but it has to be in a minor role. So, and we have the list of scenes in the PDF that we can roll for, and yeah, we play until we do a round, and we go round as many times as we like. I think that's all the mechanics.
Hell yeah.
I think if we have an idea, like a clear idea for a scene that should follow on the one that we just did, we should go ahead and go with that instead of rolling. I think we should save rolling for if we're stuck on what kind of scene.
Works for me.
I would agree. That sounds like a smart way of going about it.
Alrighty.
All right.
Okay, so who's going to be our first lead character? Or I should say, it says like lead player.
Yeah.
So,
I will go first.
All right.
So let's take.
I was going to say, pack that with asking in the chat who's driving. But are we in the van yet? Do we need to establish that first?
I was about to say, like, I think it would be funny to start our scene off with the 3 of us. 4 of us, rather. My apologies to the roommate who no longer pays rent and is dead.
Rude.
The 4 of us, so we have some kind of meeting, or we have somebody we have to answer to. Should we establish before we start the scene who exactly we have to answer to?
I like the notion of us getting a summons or a phone call, and that's the first scene, frankly. I think that's fun.
Cool. So here, okay, I think I have an idea for at least what the summit. Rory has a court date.
Rory would
That's
also be the one to be like, I mean, of course I'm going to drive. Like, I'll put my life in any of your hands.
God, you're not driving the van.
Life.
You're not driving the van.
Sorry, I just
Did
did
I-
air quotes for the listeners out
Yeah.
there.
But the notion of it being a supernatural court date, like night court, is very
Night
funny.
court. That is very
Mhm.
funny. So a letter arrives while Garion is in the front room of the tailor shop. It is gilded. It has a big old wax seal on it. This is very official looking. And Garion picks it up, opens it without looking at it, and goes, "Oh, this isn't for me." And then carries it upstairs and is like, "Rory?"
Rory will phase through the floor. What?
Letter for you.
You opened? That's illegal.
Thought it was for me. It arrived in my tailor shop.
Oh my god. And he can't read. And Rory will open the letter. And I guess
What crimes have you
Rory-
committed?
yeah, does Rory already have to do a confession?
That actually would be incredibly funny. Like you reading the letter and the camera just cuts to you talking to the documentary crew or whatever.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, so the camera cuts to Rory alone in a room with the camera. Like, look, when I died, I thought all that stuff would just go away. But apparently that's not how we do things here. And you fight, you start a war with one clan of werewolves one time, just once, and now you gotta go to court for war mafia. This is ridiculous.
Assault
War
and battery.
mafia!
Yeah, something. Underground dealings of werecats and werewolves. I imagine they don't get along very well.
And there's like this murmuring from off camera because I just love the documentary crew as a device. It's just like
Character as a device, yeah.
it's also like, okay, but Rory, did you actually do it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Is this admissible in court?
No, of course not. This doesn't come out until way after the court date.
Exactly. Yeah, we got to get the whole road trip of going to court.
It's a documentary crew, but also, like, documentaries take time to edit.
Yeah. Fine. By the time I'm found not guilty, none of this will matter.
By the time I'm found not guilty. Good grief.
You're still the lead character.
I am.
Darian. So while Rory is reading his letter / confessioning.
Yeah, so we cut back to Rory having finished reading the letter. Actions, where are we going? Where's the night court?
I'm looking at a map.
I think it would be funny if we like lived in New York, but night court is in Philly, so we have to get to Philly. Or we live in Philly and the night court is in New York. Because those cities are only like they're only like 6 hours away from each other, and I think it would be really funny if it was like, actually they're probably even closer than that.
I am looking at a map of this part of the United States, and I did not realize that Philadelphia was literally right fucking next to New Jersey. What is your
Oh
fucking
yeah, it's right
country, my
there.
friends?
I
'Cause I was
love
looking, I
every
just saw,
time you look at a map for our place, and it's like, it takes you how long to get from one place to another?
and I was just looking at Trenton, and I was like, isn't that New Jersey? And I zoomed out slightly and just saw the words New Jersey, and I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, this is a 3.5-hour drive.
Oh, I'm
Do
sure
we
we
want to
can
make
make
it?
that like a 2-day drive somehow.
We could also
Yeah.
have it be like Boston, because
That's
Boston
not
is
that
like,
much.
I mean,
That much
yeah,
further?
but like that's an additional like 4.5 hours.
New
That makes
England is all
sense.
fairly drivable.
It
Oh,
is
but
all
I do
fairly
like that as
drivable.
it would take a little bit longer, and then there can be a whole argument about, are we going to stop in New York? No.
No, all the
No,
vampires,
I
they're
like that.
fucking weird.
No, I
You
like
can't
that
just
we have
say
to go
that.
to
Yeah.
Boston is very
Yeah.
funny. The implication that there's like a maybe that Boston, and this is fun, that like Boston is big werewolf territory, which is why
Yeah.
Oh.
Rory's being called to night court there.
This is a
My
setup.
Milo's family are not from Boston. They're probably from elsewhere. He's got
Where's
California energy. He feels like,
he's a West Coast
yeah,
boy?
he's got a little, oh, he's more like, yeah, but Pacific Northwest, I feel like
Yeah. We got a
oh,
bot in chat, y'all.
uh,
What? We're not going to go to dogehype.com?
how do
Jesus.
I
Fucking dogehype.com.
ban?
In a hot minute. You should have mod privileges, right? There we go. I've got it.
Okay, thank you.
Done.
Dogehype.com.
Yeah.
Good
But
grief.
regardless,
Yeah.
so this is like, are you consulting a map? Is Garion like trying to find a map or something?
Yeah.
Because he
No,
can't go
Garen's
on
like,
Google.
oh, we have to. So like, I'm like, oh, so you're being summoned to court. Great. Oh, that's more of a Galen voice. Whatever. I don't care. Like,
Why are your
character
characters
voices.
so similar in names, Sam? Just to make life difficult for everybody else.
Yes.
Ah, understood.
So yeah, Garen's like pulling out, like going through like a fucking filing cabinet. Like, I should have a map somewhere of the eastern United States. It's like pulling out those like
How old is How old is
Mhm.
the map? Is it like from the 1700s?
Yeah.
No, it's from like the early 1900s.
Oh,
Oh my
good.
god.
It's
I'm sure nothing's
new.
changed.
It's new.
God bless.
Over your shoulder, Rory will just like pull out his phone, like, come on, old man. You've heard of GPS, right?
I prefer the analog maps.
What? Could you read that
Look,
date for
the
me?
Jeep. What?
Could you read that date for me right there?
1907. It's new.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, fine. Yep. The world is still generally the same shape. Let's go. Yep.
Mm-hmm. See, you understand my point perfectly.
Oh, God.
The roads between here and Boston haven't changed that much, my dear. I
We're
don't
all
know if
gonna
that's
die.
true, actually, from the perspective of a Bostonian, like that actually, like,
I feel like there's probably some highways and stuff, and
there
cars.
might be some new highways and stuff, but we would go on the highway. That would be far too... No one's gonna let me fucking drive after this.
Are we also taking a horse and carriage, old man?
Dude, I mean, I don't keep horses anymore. Do we know anybody who keeps horses?
Oh my god.
I could ask around, I suppose, if that's what you prefer.
Marnie, produce a horse. Magic a horse into existence.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Have I
imagining
already...
you saying that to a body just like elbow deep in some project. in the bedroom.
Drop what you're doing. This is more important.
Summon Hans.
Summon Hans. Yeah, it is definitely pre-interstate.
Oh god. This is going to be an adventure.
This is gonna be a venture. All right. I feel like we are. I feel like this is a good point to end this scene where like we're just like digging around in our stuff, and I feel like at that point is when we cut to the quote unquote title sequence. Like that was our cold open.
Good.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Okay. And when the scene is over, the lead character. Oh, I get to choose who's the next lead player. I think that I suppose I'll have to go with. My brain just. Rory. It's like it's not Milo. Milo's Jade's character.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sure. So this would be like our first picking a scene, or
I mean, you can pick from the. I mean, do you have a? If you don't have any like particular like scene ideas moving, like then yeah, like rolling for a scene.
Page 33
Unless
of
somebody
the
else.
PDF.
Thank you.
I really, let's see. Can we
Go,
pick
Jay.
scenes or do we have to roll?
Go for it.
You can just pick one if you want. Yeah.
Yeah. If there's one
Play
that's
fast and
speaking to you.
It
yeah.
does suggest like the first like chunk of them are like lower stakes here, and the higher numbers are like more dramatic.
Yeah, I like the idea of we get out of town. Oh, we didn't decide who's driving
We did not decide who's driving. Who wants to drive?
because that
Our
may
sketchy.
influence.
Please do not mind the very spooky, sneaky entity behind me. Well, the van is Milo and Marnie's. But assuming that Rory can't physically operate a vehicle anymore,
Probably
No.
not. He's just so cocky. He's like, I can do this.
No.
and Gary and
Here's my
Oh, go
pitch for Rory driving. Rory
I
can
like that.
inhabit
No?
objects, right? So Rory
Yes.
just haunts the van.
Okay, this actually works really well with the one I
No.
was drawn to.
No.
Rory won't be driving for long, I promise. Yeah, so cocky Rory jumps into the driver's seat and they get maybe out of town before they hit a speed trap.
So we get pulled
And-
over.
Oh yeah, Rory was going like 30 over the speed limit.
Oh my god.
And so the cop pulls up and it's no one. Like, Rory's probably hanging out in the passenger seat, like, pretending to eat chips and piloting the vehicle.
Everyone else is just sitting in the back of the van,
like,
just
clutching.
like straight chilling.
Yeah, this is the last chance Rory's gonna get to drive the van, so he might as well just ruin it.
I like the idea that the cop just sort of walks up to the car. I guess I'll play the NPC here. And stops and peers inside. And he starts looking around like, did the person who was driving this van just get up and run off? Like he starts like the van we were in pursuit of is empty.
Oh my
And he just
god.
knocks on the side. He knocks on the side and goes, "Whoever was driving in here, step out." Because he can hear that there's people inside.
Can Rory possess the little thing he's talking into and make it say the same thing back to him, but like in a mocking voice?
Oh,
my
his
God.
walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
I think this counts to check, but please go for it, Anya.
Yeah, what do I roll?
Just a D6.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I got a
You need-
2.
Oh, friend.
Oh,
That's a
friend.
failure.
Help!
This
So it
produces a
just
complication.
I'm gonna
plays the
get
garbage noise.
arrested.
You're gonna get arrested before you even get to your court date.
Damn it! What's the complication?
I mean, it could be that this cop is also a supernatural
Hmm.
and realizes what's going on.
Yeah. And so,
Yeah.
like, finds me in the van.
Yeah. We got a ghost driver. We got a ghost driver here.
Uh,
He's very
yes.
New Jersey.
Oh,
Very
you've
New
got a ghost
Jersey.
driver here.
We got a ghost driver here.
How can I
He
help
says,
you?
"All right, Mr. Ghost.
Yeah, sure. That's
You
what they
can't
call
be
me now.
you can't be driving like that. I don't want to have to send you to the supernatural court here because you're getting the ticket, my friend." He starts writing up
Like,
your like fucking ghost ticket.
in
No.
the back of the van, Milo just like throws a blanket over Gary, and so he can like open the side door of the van and just be like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!
Whoa.
It's
Whoa.
fine, Rory, my
Yeah.
guy. Please get out of the radio."
Rory will get out of the radio, and you know the Puss in Boots eyes?
Yeah.
He gonna try to do that. Like, but
Mhm.
officer. And also towards Milo, like, I didn't mean it, Milo.
He gives you the most withering look and is like, "Do you have a driver's license? Even?"
What a great question. I did when I was alive. I mean, I guess it's not expired. I haven't been dead very long.
Well, the vehicle owner's certainly expired.
Actually, I am the vehicle owner, officer. Well, me and my friend. We
Marnie
have shared
waves.
ownership.
Right. Can I get your license and registration, please?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely has like a wallet on a chain in the back pocket of the big ass gym shorts.
That
Mm-hmm.
tracks.
Full on Velcro wallet, like hands it over.
Excellent. Yeah, he writes it down and is like, "All right, well, here's your speeding ticket."
Thanks.
I'll put it with the others.
Looks at you like, my dude. No.
Goes back to sad eyes, like, I mean, oh no.
So I can do minor magic. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to like wiggle my fingers a little bit and change what it says on the ticket. So instead of us going 30 over, we were only going 10 over.
Nice.
Big like
Base.
Samantha Bewitched vibes, and I'm here for it. To be clear, just like a full-on nose wiggle
Extremely base.
style magic.
See, kids, if you're magic, you can break all the rules.
Yeah.
Yup. I think it would be very funny if it cut to Gary in a confessional who is just like, "We're never gonna
Yes.
fucking make it to Boston."
You're probably right.
Oh boy.
We're never gonna fucking make it to Boston.
That's your whole confessional is just we're
That's
not
all
making it.
confessional, yeah.
I think you get 2 confidence for that because you're throwing somebody else under the bus.
Yeah.
Reminder
Oh,
that you
good.
can spend confidence to add an extra die to your dice pool, so you're rolling more than 1 dice. And
Yes.
Anya, you would have got an additional 1 for that first scene,
Oh, nice.
so you should be up to 2 now.
Awesome. Yeah, that was the
So
whole
somehow
confession.
we're
just-
not arrested.
Somehow you haven't gotten arrested, but you're on thin fucking ice.
Yeah,
You're about
and
to get a real hefty fine.
Rory is just going to like tail between legs, even though that's a dog thing, and like ears flat to head, and go to the back of the van while I assume either Milo or Marnie makes him not drive anymore.
Yes.
Very good.
There you go. And scene.
I guess Milo, you had a big part in that scene, so I'll hand it over to you. Or I guess who wants to be like driving now, Milo or Marnie?
Milo can drive for a bit. Maybe like we've been driving for a little bit. And maybe the sun's gone down, like because we left like mid-afternoon or whatever, and it's telling you that it's starting to get dark. And just like we're passing like a service station, like you guys have got like highway services, right? Like where you pull off and there's like I don't know what you call it. Is more my point.
The rest stops. We call them rest stops
Rest
here.
stops, because we call them like motorway services. So
yeah. So rest stops. The rest stops between Philly and New York, especially, are pretty grungy. But
perfect.
the New York ones are real nice.
We can't go
because there's so many rest stops there.
No. It'll be a nice grungy one, but like sun's going down. And I put it's like a truck stop kind of a vibe. And my like shuts the engine off and it's like, I gotta pee.
Thanks for the information.
Look, I'm out of the city. This is not just a call of nature thing. This is I have to establish territory.
Oh, it's one of those things.
Oh
It's
boy.
It's a both
Look,
thing.
go do your P-mail thing. Go interact with the local werewolf population. Have fun.
I'm not leaving the van if there's a local werewolf population.
Hops out of the van. I just love that. You know how like you're given advice as a young person by your parents, like where you go when you do road trips and stuff like that. Do this, do that. One of Milo's things told by his werewolf dad is anywhere you go, you gotta pee.
Excellent.
Especially if some other werewolves peed there first.
It doesn't matter, yeah. But regardless, you never know if another werewolf clan has peed there.
So
You
is
gotta
this
make sure that you put that.
is this a case of you just have to pee there, or do you have to actually mark something?
What a delightful question that I really didn't want to think too much about. It's just the notion
You
of
did
Milo
this.
having to pee. It was funny to
I love
me.
the idea that Milo just like whips it out and just like writes his name in the snow.
I also have to clarify that Milo is a trans dude, so this is like a stand to pee device,
Oh,
adding to the whole complicated nature of peeing outside.
Okay, now I have to ask, how many of us in this van, how many of us character-wise in this van are transgendered?
I think Rory is cis. I've always played him pretty cis.
Yeah,
Valid.
Marnie is cis, but
no penises in this. Well, okay, one penis in this van, but it's a ghost.
yeah.
Because Garion's also trans. Ghost penis. All right.
The upsetting spin-off of
Please
It's
let
Always
that-
Nighttime in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's this episode's title is Ghost Penis.
Uh-huh.
Penis spelled like
that's what we call Rory when he's being a
PENICE.
dickhead. Just ghost pee.
God.
But to answer the question, Milo thinks it just means using the restroom
Okay.
when he goes to places.
Okay.
Because his dad was not clear enough in the instruction.
Oh,
I say dad. He
buddy.
probably has a couple of dads and a couple of moms and like pack dynamics.
Pack
Communal
dynamic.
racing. Because alpha is a bullshit dynamic and has been proven factually inaccurate, regardless of how much fun fanfic you get out of it.
So Jade,
Boing.
I'm just picturing like the scene from Wednesday where Enid's family comes and like they're all rough housing and stuff, like all the other werewolves are like doing the werewolf thing and Milo's just like do putting the liner on the toilet seat and like
Milo is a polite young werewolf.
bless his heart. He's precious and
I
I
mean,
love
also,
him.
like, regardless of what kind of he lives with Garion, who is like one of the fussiest men to have ever existed. And also, like, he's the caregiver. He's the one that tidies up. So I like that it's just sort of translating just to generally being a pretty quiet, tight, organized guy. But yeah,
Oh.
everyone's at the rest stop now. I know Milo is technically the lead character here, but everyone else should feel free to interact as we do like snack run.
Yeah.
So
is the sun set by now, or is it just twilight? Okay.
No, I like the notion that like as we're pulling in, the sun was going down anyway, and they've been living with the vampire long enough to know, like, Milo might say, okay, I gotta pee, but about 5 minutes, Gary, and you'll be safe to go out.
Awesome. Yeah, Garion wanders out of the car, and like it just starts like inspecting the rest stop, like curiously, just sort of wandering around. Oh, I've thought of a fun complication for our snack run.
Oh boy.
The vending machines are like card payment only. They're not taking cash right now for some reason. And Garion is the one who they sent to try to figure it out, because he won't. They know he won't eat it. They won't eat any of your guys' snacks because he's blood only. He's searching around for like another person who might have stopped here to get his own little snackies on. But he comes back with, or I guess is this a dice roll for me?
It is a problem area of yours.
It's a
modern
problem area of
tech,
mine.
So yeah.
Oh, if I have one more confidence, do I automatically add another die to my pool?
No, you have to spend the confidence.
Cool. I don't want to spend confidence on this fucking snack run. Oh, I got a 6.
Nice.
Hey.
Woo! So I do it. I managed to figure out the card reader, and I come back with a little bloodied, because I did in fact find, because I succeeded at my dice roll, so I jumped to technician as well. So
you pressed the help button on the vending machine
by mistake, but then somebody came out and was like, "Is the vending machine broken again?" And I was like, excellent, thank you. So glad to see a human person. Could you help me with this? And the guy like shows me how to do it, and I go, "Thank you so much for your service." I left him alive though, because he was so helpful.
How considerate.
He's just a little anemic now. Snacks, got.
Hell yeah.
Incredible. All right.
We did it.
Do you want to drive through part of the night as Garion is awake and can be in up front if he wants?
Yeah, Gary can drive for a while.
Can he?
No. He can sit up front.
Like, how does he know how to drive? Mr. 1907 map.
That's giving him driving lessons.
Gary cannot drive. I just think about it like Pearl from Steven Universe, like I don't have my license. What was I supposed to tell them? I'm from space? Like, what was I supposed to tell them? I was born in, like, 1604? Of course I don't have my
Yeah.
license. Incredible. Garion can navigate. Yeah.
Pat has
Sure
so
he
much
could.
more faith in Garion than I do. I gotta say, like the guy with the 1907 map.
Look, Garion is perfectly competent in his skill sets, which is he's a fantastic tailor.
Good. We are all beautiful.
This could be
You
actually
can't
really
afford his
funny
work.
that Milo doesn't cotton on to the fact that Garion is navigating from a 1907 map and will happily listen to the instructions that he is being given.
Oh no.
That's really, really, really funny, actually. Yeah. So,
Look, nobody expressly told Milo that Garion shouldn't navigate. Because I love the notion that Rory or Garion or both was just like rounded up Milo and Marnie and were like, we need to go to Boston.
yeah, it's like, hey, we're going to Boston. You want to come with?
Also, we need the van to get to Boston.
Also, we need the van to yeah.
Yeah.
We need
Road
your
trip.
van to get to Boston. This is a good like flashback scene.
Mm-hmm. I hope you're ready to come to Boston with us.
But let's I think this is how we end up getting lost, but maybe this is where we cut to the next scene so Marnie can be lead character.
Oh boy. I don't know what to do for this scene because we've pulled over at a filthy rest stop and gotten snacks. We've already hit a speed trap. Oh my
Well, now we're
goodness.
Rockin' Teens challenge you to a drag race.
Oh my god.
Um,
Rory takes back over.
I like the idea that we pick up a shady looking hitchhiker.
Oh
my
god.
god.
Like
I mean, like, that's how
Marnie's
dangerous could they be?
yeah, like
true.
Marnie's driving Marnie's in the driver's seat for the moment and we see oh gosh. So I'm remembering like a Tiny Toons thing where there's a hitchhiker with a hockey mask and they pull over and I think it was the pig character's parents pull over and pick him up. But I think it's more entertaining if it's obviously a monster like a Fresno Nightcrawler, so it's just a pair of legs for the most part.
I love them.
Good shit.
I love
And
this.
it's got a little sign. We don't know how the Fresno Nightcrawler wrote the sign because it's basically correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. He doesn't have arms, does he?
No,
Does have
I
a
think
mouth though, right?
just legs.
Yes.
I think it's like legs and then little eyes and a mouth on the top. So you could just like put a pen in the mouth.
Somebody find an image of what this creature is supposed to look like.
Let me see if I can find the really cute
There are some very cute renditions of the Fresno Nightcrawler.
with like him wearing jeans.
I am not familiar with the Fresno Nightcrawler. I'm real confused.
Oh, this is adorable.
Scripted.
Hold on.
Just a cryptid.
We love
here.
a good cryptid.
I'll post it in our chat or I'll post it in general chatter and then we can share it on the thing if we want to. But look at all these good boys.
Oh my god, I love the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Let me save this image.
That's the shirt.
He's so cute. He's not usually like dressed up. Usually it's more of like this vibe.
This looks like an an image artifact from like a oh god, I love it. Yes, we've got a Fresno Nightcrawler just standing by the side of the road. What does the sign say? August.
Hang on, I'm putting up the art of the Fresno Nightcrawler that Anya posted, so everybody can see our new.
I love the one that's just pants.
Yeah, the one that's just pants is really good.
Yeah.
But
what if this Fresno that we're picking up, this Fresno Nightcrawler, is wearing pants and has like a little fanny pack on through the belt loops?
oh
of pants?
yes. Yes.
I love this.
I mean, it's not like they've got hips to hold the pants up, so the fanny pack is doing double duty.
Yes.
I like the idea that the fanny pack has the Dare logo on it, just because I have a fanny pack with Dare logo on
Oh my
it.
god.
Yes.
This Fresno Nightcrawler went to public school.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god. Yeah, the signs like something like need help. Shoot, what's need help going to Bangor. Please.
Who's Or?
Bangor is in Maine. So like we
Didn't
wouldn't
get
be
it.
taking this hitchhiker all the way, but you know, we'd
They
be
do have. They'd be coming with us for the rest of our journey, at least.
potentially, and unless like we scare them off or they get kicked out. So
Yeah, we stop and pull open the van door and are like, "Hey, buddy, you want to come with us?"
yeah.
A van obviously filled with supernatural creatures. Garion with his big little fangs. Sorry, I keep doing. Oh god, who's playing the Fresno Nightcrawler? Well, who's playing the Fresno Nightcrawler?
The Fresno Nightcrawler doesn't speak, but you just get like this vague, like mental projection of thank you.
And Marnie
Oh my god,
Marnie's
it's
just
thought. It's like thought speak, but it's mostly emojis.
God.
Oh my god.
It's two thumbs up emojis and a prayer hand emoji.
Oh my god.
And Marnie's just like, you know, we couldn't not help a fellow creature of the night. You know, it's a hard world out there. Come on in.
Garion starts
You
mentally
just get like
measuring
a
the
string
Fresno
of different colored hearts, like vaguely appearing in your head as this. It's really ungraceful. It's like 1 foot up onto the lip of the van and sort of like topples in because there's no way to stay still.
This is the
Like,
baby.
I'm just thinking about like Monster Kid from Undertale.
So I have a question, and we don't have to answer it right now, but this is supposed to be a shady hitchhiker, so is
Not
there
anymore.
The
Is
first
there
just
just
going to steal all our money?
is there just a brief flash of a knife emoji, and then we look over and it's just like the Nightcrawler's humming?
That could
Love
be,
that.
that's very funny. Or
I
it's a
love
knife
it.
emoji, and then very quickly a cake emoji appears afterwards.
Yes.
Like, what was that last one? Take again.
Cake emoji again. Smiley face emoji.
I mean, we've got a
All right.
Twinkie, Marnie says, offering the Twinkie in lieu of a cake to the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Garion unwraps it and like
appears just above the waistband of the jeans.
Garion unwraps the Twinkie and like tosses it perfectly into the mouth of the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be our entertainment for the rest of our trip.
I love this.
Listeners, I hope you're happy. This is all this is going to be now. It's just our interactions with the Fresno Nightcrawler.
I don't have to. What can they do? Arrest me? I'm a ghost, so we don't have to go to court.
You absolutely have to go to court.
No, we have a new friend now, and they're adorable.
Question mark emoji, question mark emoji.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
committed crimes against werewolves.
Milo, or not Milo, fucking,
Rory?
Rory flashes his, fangs like, I've killed people.
Fresno
It would help
Nightcrawler is
me.
just like dot.
I mean, we're creatures of the night. Who hasn't killed people? I mean, let's be real.
I haven't killed anyone.
Well, little.
Sounds like you should get good, actually. Then.
Oh my. Yeah, he's learning. Rory will give
Sounds
you a
like a
high
skill
five.
issue. It phases
Your
through
hand,
right
yeah,
through my
your hand
hand.
goes through Rory's hand.
Alrighty.
I think that
We're doing a
scene.
bad job of the game mechanics, but we're doing a great job of doing a story. I've got to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Oh, let's. I feel like it would be very funny to cut to a confessional of us being like, "I love our new friend, the Fresno Nightcrawler."
They don't say much, but boy, are they cute.
I feel like all of us just gets like a brief moment of the confessionals here of being like, "This is our new best friend." I think Terry goes, "I think I want this to be our new roommate now that Rory's dead."
I can still hear you.
You don't pay rent.
God.
And I'm going to
Say that
do
to my face, old man.
I'm doing
Sorry.
a confessional that's I'm not like this is this is my new best friend. My confessional, Marty, this is from the future. Marty's looking haggard, like there's leaves and twigs in her hair, and she's got a 1,000-yard stare, and then she's like, and that was when it all went wrong.
Great.
Commercial.
Great. Cut to commercials. We don't have any commercials in our real ass stream to give, but we can. I don't know.
Let me see if there's something on Zapsplat that I can play.
I was just gonna be like, we could all plug one thing that we want people to. Oh, hey, Jade, that was a great time to plug your
Yeah.
your top surgery fund again.
Hang on, let me see if this is a good jingle. Yes, it's a good jingle. Go ahead and plug your top surgery.
So many times we find the tragedy inherent of people burdened with weight upon their chests that they just can't get rid of by themselves. Won't you help a non-binary person today to get some weight off their chest, to get something off their chest they desperately need to be rid of? You can be that person. Share $1, share a link, help this person live their best authentic life. Donate today.
That was almost exactly the length of the little jingle, too.
So I tuned into the jingle, and Jade, like, I would have expected it to be like Arms of the Angel. It was like do 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 boop 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 doo doo.
That's exactly the vibe that anything I do should have, quite frankly. I am, in fact, a Muppet, so...
Oh my god.
Since we're...
Hilariously enough, Danielle has just shared a link to a cryptid pins Kickstarter, and that does include a very cute Fresno Nightcrawler.
I love them. I'll
Excellent.
have to share my favorite Etsy artist who does very cute stickers of them.
Since we're at a commercial break, do we want to take a 5-minute break because I could use a refill on my drink?
Yes,
Yeah,
let's
absolutely.
do that.
Sounds great.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Be right back. I say that.
What if?
What if?
What if we never find out exactly what the Fresno Nightcrawler did? We just like come back after the commercial break and everyone's looking like really like, ooh.
Everyone looks a little shell shocked that the Fresno Nightcrawler is gone.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is where we do confessionals of like, we never should have picked up that Fresno Nightcrawler.
The cuteness betrayed us all.
Stole all of our snacks.
The worst
Just
offense.
wanted our tasty snacks. So I feel like we pick back up around, I feel like, now here's the question. Are we driving through New York City or are we driving around?
We're going around.
God, who would drive through New York City?
It's the fastest route to continue taking the highways through.
Maybe
No,
it
we're
wasn't
not going through New York.
1907, old man.
No, like genuinely speaking, as a guy who's lived in the area, it is the fastest route to drive straight through New York City.
No, I
That
like the
sucks.
notion that like maybe there's some like big vampire clan and it's like it's vampire New York City being vampire territory is very funny to me as
Feels
well.
right.
It's also canon.
Well, there you
When
go.
you think
And
about
the
it.
city never sleeps. Oh yeah, that's
The city
what we
never
do.
Mm.
That's why
Staten
we do
Island,
the
baby.
Shadows is actually on Staten Island. Yes, we're not going to Staten Island. We're not
That feels
visiting.
actively out of the way.
Yeah,
about
that we're
Coney
not
Island?
visiting
Oh.
our friends.
Okay, well, how about the next scene? We've got all shell shocked, and Milo looks like he's going to take the turn off to the highway that cuts through New York, and you immediately like grab the steering wheel, and then we can
And
cut
go.
in. What would slam on the brakes onto the hard shoulder or the verge or whatever? Just like what?
Marnie thumps around in the back.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah,
Rory
the
floats.
sound of people hitting the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you want to?
You can't
Sorry.
grab the wheel, Garion. Safety.
It's fine. There's nobody on the road.
Yeah, but I'm
It's in the
back
back.
here.
Apologies,
Still
Marnie.
dead. Thanks for asking.
You're still dead. You can't. There's no real difference there.
What's happening? Oh, is everything okay?
Sorry, was I trying to prevent you from going into the city, or are we trying to go into the city? Yeah.
You're trying
Look.
to prevent the van from going into the city.
Look, this may be the fastest route, but it's not the smartest route. There's a lot of other vampires in New York. And
I
unless
love
we want to run
vampires.
into them.
Vampires are
I do
great.
too. I do also enjoy. I mean, hey, whatever. Then
Do you
never
owe
mind.
them
Let's go to New
money?
York. I do owe them money and multiple pieces of clothing that I don't have on me.
Are you one
Some
of
of
those
them-
Etsy sellers who like fakes their own
No!
death when they get too many orders?
No,
Gary,
but I did that as a side
Maybe.
business.
Shut up.
Rory.
Let's go around New York. We can.
Alright.
We have the time. We don't have to be in Boston for another 2 days.
Look, we don't have to
Oh,
go
it's
to
like
the court at all. We can just explore. It's fine. They're not going to arrest a ghost.
Yes, they are. That's why you got sent a letter. They are explicitly going to arrest you if you don't show up.
I don't want to.
It'll be okay, Rory. I won't
Take
let
your
them take you
undeath.
away.
Take your second undeath.
Oh, I could do that. I'm going to go work on ideas.
That's not how this works.
Floats into the back of the van again.
Yeah, Rory's just floating around the van freely, like not seatbelted in or anything, just floating around.
Looking at Marnie, who's like rubbing a bump on her head, looking at Marnie being like, that's rough, buddy.
Man, that must suck.
Cut to confessional. Look, I'm not saying that I've scammed so many of the various vampires that live there, but I also don't want to run into my ex. We've had a really messy time, and if we stop for even a second within the bounds of New York City, I will be noticed. She has a psychic link to me. It's not pleasant. And if I get in range...
There's a range.
I just did a throat cut motion. Just finger across the neck. It won't be
Your
pretty.
ex is... You come out of the... Your ex is a lady?
I mean, now. Wasn't at the time.
Oh, I was going to say, you didn't strike me as the type.
You're not wrong there, but we don't talk about that.
About
It's not
not having...
polite.
Oh.
Garion, limp-wristed as fuck.
It's
We don't talk about that in polite company.
just trying to pat you on the back, like, it's another time now, sweetie. You're okay.
Look, it
Milo
used to
shrugs.
be you had to sacrifice a virgin on the blood moon to get all this. Garion gestures towards his facial hair. We don't talk about our various differences in non supernatural capacities. They simply
Noted,
are.
my dude.
Milo looks very confused. And it's doing like the head tilt, like trying to follow the thread of this conversation.
Garion, there is no thread. Garion's just like
How can you be a
poorly in
tailor
the
if there is
closet.
no thread?
Very
Don't the
carefully.
clothes
Let's
just
move
fall
on.
apart?
Very carefully. I love this. It's a
Okay.
good game. Okay.
Mhm.
Smash cut. We're
Come
driving
on.
out of New York City.
Mm-hmm. So the next scene, whoever can be the lead, but I got the position. It's daytime now, so Garion has to be in the back.
I am hidden.
But
There's a blanket
like
over me.
but here we go. The AC is busted in the van because this is one of the
Oh,
options,
yeah.
No.
and it all has to be
Ugh.
all blacked out in the back, so no sunlight can get in.
Oh, you're sweating, man.
I'm a vampire. I can't sweat.
So you just get uncomfortably warm.
I'm just
Does it
uncomfortably
start?
warm, yeah.
Does it start smelling like a dead thing in the back of the van?
Oh,
Like, I don't know how you think about of the vampirism aspect working, but like obviously Garion is not alive in the human sense of being like, but how
Yeah.
does he react to being stuck in a hot box, basically?
Lights
Oh
up a
my god,
joint, hot box the
I
back
got
of the van.
oh my gosh.
Jesus
proposition.
Christ.
Proposition. If you're complaining about being hot in the bag, I just like, can't Rory just like sit inside you because he's like cold, right?
I am not sitting inside him.
That I think that has implications that you didn't necessarily consider, Milo.
Oh, no, that would be sitting on somebody. I know things.
I know
Do
you
you know
know
how
things.
do you know how intimate it is to be inside someone? That's why I prefer just regular objects.
Milo
Like that
giggles
idiot's
to himself as
walkie-talkie.
he's driving, as he talks about the intimacy of being inside somebody.
I am not open to that as a concept either. Thank you very much. You
Rory?
stay on your own side of the back of the van, thank you very much. Garion like scoots backwards just a little bit like, don't you dare fucking possess me, you piece of shit.
Rory looks offended, like I'm the one who was campaigning for this not to happen, and he like floats up to the roof of the van and sits up there. Just phases through the roof.
I think I upset
Jesus.
everybody.
I love it.
I
It's good.
I think
No,
that
that's Milo in character saying
Oh,
that.
good.
you didn't upset everybody. I'm not upset, but
Everyone else.
Do you guys
yeah.
have the front windows open at least to get some air up there?
Oh yeah,
So we're
Marnie
shouting
is
this.
Marnie's driving. Because Milo has his head like stuck out the window,
Oh my god,
Tongue
yes.
flapping. Is the little sniffer going?
hair fluffing around him, resisting the urge to wolf out. Because that's really fun, but he does not fit in the front of the van in wolf form.
I love him.
That's delightful.
I
We
like
take
the
out
idea.
we stop and take out the front seat and put it in the back. Like we have like a socket wrench that we use to unbolt the front seat and put it in the back so Milo can wolf out and put his head out the window.
Oh.
We don't have to do that. That's just what immediately
Just don't
popped
ruin
into
our
my head.
only seat.
It will make driving more difficult if there is no front seat at the wheel.
I
Oh,
assume
that's
they're
right, because
separate
it's a bench
seats.
seat.
Oh,
Is it
that's
a bench
right. Yeah. That. Yeah. No. That. No. Never mind. I forgot it was a
So
bench
funny.
Visual
seat.
though.
It's fine. I can drive without a seat,
No.
You're not.
says Rory from the roof.
Oh, is Rory in like what? Do we have like one of those little like hard cases on top of the fan
Oh.
that you're now just like just like laying inside of?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Rory,
y'all!
like, look at me. I'm pretending to be a vampire. Yep.
Arms crossed over your chest.
Yep.
I'll kill you.
Mhm.
Garion just like, because we're staying somewhere overnight, we've got Garion's coffin with us, I guess. He just shuts the lid and goes back to sleep. He's like, no. The lid pops up.
Double bird on.
Flips the bird double, and he just shuts the lid. He's like, I'm going to coffin. Leave me alone.
Look at me. I'm a vampire. Arms over chest in the cargo.
At least I have you, Milo.
In character, just big grin.
Oh.
That sounds like scene. Who was leading
Yeah.
that scene?
No,
I don't
did.
remember. I don't remember at all.
Oh boy. Okay.
You can say I did. We don't have to be doing it in order. It
Yeah.
works for me.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
say there's anything about an order. It's just everybody has to have a scene during the round.
We've definitely had a round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've definitely
Actually, we
done
did
one
that
round.
by the time we hit the commercial break.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what now?
Mechanic. What's a mechanic? We simply freeform roleplay.
It's good. They
Eat hot chip
provided the
and lie.
framework.
It's true. It's true. All we know is eat hot chip and lie.
No, you just keep going. It's just like,
Yeah.
if you want to keep going, you keep going. When it comes to wrap the story, we haven't been doing clout either.
Fuck.
We've just been ignoring the mechanics at this point.
I feel like we've
Shit.
definitely been doing clout, but not counting it when we do it.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah.
Really, it's just a matter of whoever has clout at the end of the story, their character's having a good time, and everyone else is having a less good time.
Would you say that I overwhelmed you with my great driving?
You did something with your driving.
You
Were
did
you
something with your
overwhelmed?
driving, such as God us pulled over.
Was that overwhelming for you?
No.
It's overwhelming for my insurance premium.
I'll take it.
F. All right. Who wants to leave the scene next? So
I
by
could
this
say,
point, we've gotten
we
gotten
can get
past
to Night
Albany.
Court.
Yeah, we
can
can
get to
say
Night
that
Court. We
like
have to drive back.
we do have to
Oh.
drive back, don't we?
Yep.
Am I going to be arrested when we drive back?
That's a great question. I mean, like, do we want to do a scene at Night Court?
Yeah, I guess I could take this scene and then we can start our trip back.
Or much funnier, a scene where all of us are hanging around outside and the cameras weren't allowed inside the Night Court, so you're just under there. We're all just sort of like hanging out outside the courthouse on like Mass Ave, just like straight chilling and like being like, oh yeah, they wouldn't let the cameras into the night court, so we're just waiting for I keep wanting to call you Milo, but that's
Okay,
not your
but
character's name.
It's the
You
I
good?
and the O,
Yeah.
and the fact that we both have them, and it's 4-letter names.
Yeah. It's Rory.
I inhaled a crumb.
Oh no. F.
Oh,
You can't do that. That's illegal.
Yeah, I know.
spit it out.
I just
I
you go.
One of my favorite details from What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show, is there's a gang of vampires, of like new vampires, one of whom consistently always has a joint like tucked behind his ear where they clearly smoke a ton of weed. They've made it explicit in the show that vampires can in fact smoke weed. It's
Fucking
the only things they
incredible.
can put in their body that isn't blood. So I feel like Garion has just like is like we're all like hanging out waiting for Rory to come out of night court, and Garion's just like sitting there smoking a joint.
I've got a
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jade.
I just gonna say I love the notion of just as we pulled up stuff like the documentary crew getting turned away from the door of the night court, just like in the supernatural justice system, the monsters are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The supernatural police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Bum.
I think Marnie's like got like a glass of water and she's trying to scry into the court for the documentary crew.
And there's just like a camera pointed at this like glass of water where Garion's smoking in the background.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love this. Incredible.
I love this. This is great.
In the background there, like in the court like lobby, there is information needed. Do not approach this monster, and it's the Fresno Nightcrawler we picked up. Same fanny pack and everything.
Oh no.
Dear Fanny.
We trusted you. Sheds a tear.
We trusted him. Them. Gender neutral, the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Diversity win. This Fresno Nightcrawler is gender neutral and uses Eddie and all pro.
Yes.
Diversity win. Fresno Nightcrawler that tried to kill us is trans.
Yay.
Yay.
So, important question, Anya, and you could roll for it. Does Rory have like a fine that he has to pay, or is he banned from a certain
I want to
part of the state? Or does he have to do community service?
I want to roll for it. So I think because I like putting it.
Up to chance.
Yeah. So like a very low roll, I would say would probably be the like completely banned from an area, and a higher roll would mean like slap on the wrist, do community service, and like don't do it again.
Sounds good.
I'm trying to think if I want to use one of my
You probably have a bunch of confidence that you could spend here.
yeah, I mean, is it more interesting if he fails?
I mean, you can make it funny either way.
True.
Yeah. So
all right, I'm gonna roll here. I get a 1 and a 5. So yeah, I think Rory turns up the Puss in Boots eyes again, and looks as cute as possible. Just like you wouldn't just ban a poor defenseless cat who just died, would you?
Yes, I would.
No, I don't think you would. Eyes bigger.
the person presiding your hearing or whatever is Judge Jersey Devil. It's like Judge Judy, but Judge Jersey Devil.
I like it.
Love it.
As Jade slams an energy drink.
I'm in it for the sugar more than anything else. The caffeine does nothing.
Oh.
Brain chemistry.
Can't relate.
Love to be neurodivergent.
Actually, I can relate. I don't know.
But I think it's like the Jersey Devil like growls a little bit, and the bailiff who also acts as translator. Oh, it's Judge JD, Jersey Devil. I'm so fucking funny.
JD.
You're so fucking funny.
I'm a fucking genius. And it's just like, you just need to write, just like, you are clearly a compassionate, charismatic young ghost with a long life ahead of you. Hate to see that ruined by you not being able to enter, whatever, the state of Massachusetts. Crimes
We're already here.
Werewolf.
The state of Maine. State of Maine.
Instead, you will need to just write a letter of apology and
this is gonna hurt Rory more than being banned.
100 hours of community service with a local werewolf children's group in your area.
I do at least like kids.
You may also substitute a historic ghost tour.
Oh, that's just insulting.
And consider yourself warned if you get on the wrong side of any werewolf clans in future. The consequences will be much more severe.
Rory looks pained, but gives a little bow like, thank you, Judge JD. I know you see the real me.
I love that the audience is seeing all of this through the through a fucking glass of water.
The camera, went in, it zoomed in so it could cut to the scene, and then it just zooms back out.
Yeah.
I'm sort of end the scene with the judge saying to Rory, you are a very pretty kitty.
Oh my goodness.
Rory, while walking out, I know. God. Oh my God, no, my head was immediately you should have seen all the pussy I got when I was alive.
Oh my fucking God.
Jesus
terrible.
Christ.
You're going to jail just for that pun.
And you get outside to the others, and Milo scoops you up as best he can. You are not fully tangible, but also
don't weigh much.
And it's just you're not going to jail. You're not going to jail. You're not going to jail.
Rory just eyes wide open, I'm not going to jail. I'm also being held by a muscle man.
We were watching through Money's cup of water.
Oh.
Taps his nose and points.
I should have known you'd have a way to see in there.
Marnie is very smart.
Marnie just grins.
Is very smart.
Beautiful.
We should get back to Philly, though.
Yeah.
Are you sure we shouldn't stick around for a few days before we're traveling again?
Now I gotta start looking up werewolves children rescues agencies.
Charming.
I have to like kids.
A combination between a pound and an orphanage.
Milo looks deeply offended at you.
Jesus Christ.
Darian, a fucking... what can I say? It's a fucking werewolf, man. We got fucking beef, vampires and werewolves.
There's this visual of Milo setting Rory down, going over to Garion, picking Garion up by the front of his waistcoat, and just putting him in the van and sliding the van door closed.
Garion allows this to happen because he's just too bewildered to stop it.
Oh
Also
no.
too stoned because he has been smoking a joint.
Jesus Christ.
I love him. I love my bastard boy.
Rory is going to, after the door is closed, face through the door into the back of the van.
Excellent.
My brain is so mushy, guys, with this headache. I don't know what to do next, but I am having.
Yeah,
This is
I
a
mean,
very
like,
fun group
honestly,
of characters.
I think that's like in terms of like
The episode.
episode plots, like I don't think we need to see their trip home. It's gonna be just as fucked as their trip there.
What if we just have the party where of them driving back and they pass another hitchhiker, and this time it's Mothman?
Yeah.
Nothing could go wrong. And just fades on
And-
like Mothman getting into the van or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no. It ends on one of us doing a monologue and going, "I love our new friend Mothman."
Yes.
We do not learn. We do not grow.
No,
It is the
we are
sitcom
incapable.
way.
It's true. Do we want to play? Do we want to play a second round with a different group, or not a different group, a different scene or story, or do we want to end it here in deference to your awful headache?
I mean, I would be grateful. This was a fun little celebration thing. I think.
Yeah, we did it. 30,000 downloads, y'all.
Yeah.
30,000 downloads, and
Good
also
job.
our 5-year anniversary stream will be coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
Aw.
5 years, y'all. 5
years.
slutty years.
5 slutty years.
Jesus Christ.
We did it. If any of our viewer has any questions that they want to ask,
it's not just Pac-Man in the chat, but thank you for being so active, Pac-Man. It's been great to have you here with us.
Yeah. We love audience participation in our streams.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you guys watching know this, and if this goes on to the podcast video, you're catching it up on YouTube later. Please tune into our main feed. If you donate $5 to our Patreon, you can get so much bonus content. We have so many games.
Bloopers, outtakes, bonus games. Even $1 gets you the bloopers and outtakes and a couple of other extras, which are pretty fun.
And look, if you can only donate once, you can only sign up for 1 month. You can download all of the bonus stuff. Like,
yeah, we don't mind if you do
we'd
that.
like it if you stuck around, but also like we're just really proud of our bonus games, and would love for more people to get to hear them and enjoy the stories that we tell, because we love telling stories and being ridiculous and occasionally being heartbreaking. And
we do love all of
share
those
that
things
with people.
Thank you, PackBat, for your endorsement of the Monster of the Week game. We're very happy with how that turned out. I'm excited for the next episode, although I've got to do the previously on for the next episode before it goes out, so that's on me. But it'll happen.
Valid.
But yeah, stay tuned as always. Stones_standing on Twitter to keep up to date with any and all streams happening over here on Twitch. And the podcast in the usual places, FTLcast on Tumblr, where we're slightly more active, and on Twitter, where we still do post about new episodes and upcoming events. Check out the room where it happened, our podcasting guild brethren, and the good shit they do. And hey, go listen to Party of One if you don't already. Jeff is great people, and you will be guaranteed to find something in there
Yeah.
that you will enjoy.
Jeff is good people.
Lots of good
Jeff is
We
stuff.
great
should collab
people.
with Jeff more.
We should.
He's a busy man, is the thing.
Yeah.
He is a busy man.
All right.
Um,
All
Have
right.
a good weekend, everybody. I hope
Have
this
a good
was a
weekend,
fun
everyone.
April Fool's stream where you got to see us being fools and nobody was
It's true.
made a fool of.
Yep.
The best kind of April 1st.
Yep.
Only fun.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to. Should I play the music again, or should we just end it?
Should just end
Yeah,
it.
play music again.
Okay.
All right. I'll play the theme again.
Play us out.
Playing us out.
Excellent. Are we all still audible on it? Or is it
Yeah,
just
I
the
don't know
music?
how to make it so
Cool.
just the music is audible. So.
Oh, so we just talked over it the first round.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yep.
Whoops.
Whoops and iddles.
And we're talking over it now.
Yep.
Guys, we're such professional streamers.
Yeah. Yep.
Pro gamers. Hey guys, check out these D6s that I have.
Oh, that's neat. That's like the ones Andrew has.
A whole bunch of them. Bought them at PAX East right before COVID hit.
Nice. Should go to PAX one of these years.
Yeah! Went up to PAX East. Obviously I didn't go this year, but like, next year.
Yeah, we did not go this year either. I broke my ankle instead.
Goodbye, y'all.
Yep.